Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. My name is Ayo. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. In this video, I'm just going to be showing you how to make some stew. Nigerian stew is a real necessity in every Nigerian household. We have it with everything every day. It's something that we have to have in the house. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the recipe and I hope you enjoyed this video. As you've just seen, I'm using beef, turkey, chicken and some bonnet as well. I didn't add too much water because a lot of the meat will produce its own water once it's boiling. I'm adding my seasoning now. I've added some Aromat, thyme. I'm now adding Maggie chicken cube, hot curry powder that I'm adding at the moment, and I'm also adding salt as well. So I'm also going to be putting in some onions as well, just chopping that, as well as some garlic as well. I haven't actually put that at this stage. I'm just going to add some garlic and ginger puree later on in the video. You're going to see that in a moment. It just adds a really nice flavor. I'm just stirring that now. As you can see, I haven't added much water at all. I'm stirring that in just to make sure the seasoning evens out amongst, together with the meat. So just stirring it all, and that will just go onto the cooker now. Yes, and I will obviously turn on the heat. I'm adding the garlic and ginger paste, as I said earlier on, and I'd literally just let that boil for about 10 minutes. I'm also adding some extra seasoning whilst it's cooking, suya spice, aromat, and grounded pepper. That's Ata Rodo. You can use a spoon just to measure it out. Okay, don't do it like I did, otherwise you don't want to pour everything in. So I'm just stirring it now. Next thing we want to do is to blend our tomato base, what we need for the stew. This is Ata Rodo, and I'm also using TATASE as well. That's red bell peppers and some onions and garlic. I've got my tomato, plum tomatoes, that's going in at the moment, and I'm also just cutting the TATASE. I've added my garlic, Ata Rodo as well. As I've always said, just go by how much spice you can take. So that's just gonna get blended at the moment. I'm just clearing up. So this is what it should look like. I'm sure everyone knows how to cook stew, but we all just have different ways of cooking, but this is how I make my own. And I'm just blending that now. Just blend till it's really smooth. So yeah, just keep on blending and blending and blending. So once that's done, I'll put that into a pot and just check on my meat. It's boiled now for about 10-15 minutes. I'm adding more water because you can see that the beef at the top was not really done. So you just want to add not too much, just to cover the meat a little bit, just to let it properly cook. By that time, all the seasoning would have gone in, and you can see next to it, I've got the tomato base, just to cook it till it's really dry. Just checking on the meat now as well, and just stirring it in to make sure everything cooks evenly. So at this point it's ready. I boiled everything together, but they all cook at different stages. The beef and the turkey gets softer before the chicken because I was using hard chicken. So it's gonna go in the oven. I'm just spraying some cooking oil so it doesn't stick to my oven tray. So yes, it looks really nice. You need some willpower not to keep grabbing and eating this before it goes in the oven. But yes, this is our boiled meat, beef and everything, and I will let the chicken, that takes a little bit more time to cook, I'll leave that in for another 10-15 minutes. So I've left it for that amount of time and it's ready now. I'm also putting it in a separate oven tray to go in the oven. So I'm just sieving out the beef stock. This is Imoyera. I'm just sieving it out because we don't want all of this that you can see now in your stew. You really don't want that. So I just like to sieve mine out, and because we're going to be adding a little bit of the stock in the stew, it just adds a really nice flavor. As you can see as well, the pepper mixture is ready. It's getting a lot thicker, so I'll just leave that to dry out a little bit more. And yes, our meat is out of the oven. It looks really nice. You can grill yours a lot drier, but yeah, it looks nice. I don't really want mine to be too crispy. Yeah, so I still want it quite tender as well. So I'm just going to plate that to the side, and yeah, just literally just putting it aside. And the chicken is also ready. That's out of the oven as well. So now at this stage, you just start cooking the stew. I've added in my vegetable oil and I'm just going to add onions. I've sliced them quite big, but you can cut yours smaller if you prefer, because you really don't see them in the stew once the stew is ready. So you just want to stir that like so, as you would to stir normally, and then just keep on stirring until the onions is just it's a little bit more transparent. Okay, so I've added in some thyme as well, and I'm now adding my tomato mixture as well. So that's tomato, plum, TATASE and Ata Rodo with onions and some garlic that I blended. I've boiled it dry and now just adding it in the oil, and also adding the meat stock as well. You don't want to put too much because you don't want your stew to be too watery. Okay, so just keep on stirring, and yeah, just cover that for about 15-20 minutes to boil. And you just want to make sure that you don't get that tomato taste. You just keep boiling until the tomato taste is gone, and you will know once it's ready because you can see that the oil is just at the top and it's sort of changed color. I don't know how to explain, but you will know once it's ready. I've added Aromat and hot curry powder. Okay, so the oil has to be darker. I think that's, you know, a bit more better in explaining. Added some salt and Maggie cubes now, and just keep on stirring until all the seasoning has gone in. It's boiled for about 10 minutes. Okay, and I'm just going to stir again just to make sure everything, you know, spreads out and evens out. And the meat is going in now. Okay, you can use any meat of your choice, and yeah, you just, you know, let it all mix together, and it looks ready on a low heat now. Obviously it's going to take longer than, you know, what I've just shown you, but I've had to, you know, obviously speed things up. But yeah, it looks really nice. And yeah, you can honestly have this with anything. You can have it with, this is rice and beans. Okay, and you can have it with just white rice. You can have stew with pasta, with bread, with honestly anything. And yeah, let me know if you try this recipe in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and click the notification button so you know when next I upload a video. Take care. Bye.